Hi everyone, this is Denise Levy. I'm an artist and designer, and today I'm going to show you how to put together this really cute lion happy birthday card that I designed. It's available in my shop or on the at the Silhouette Design Store. Okay, let's get into it. We're going to start with the card base layers first. Um, I like to use this Barely Arts glue. It is very strong and it dries very fast, so I only put it at the bottom. Then I kind of stack it and tap it and make sure I've got it lined up. And then since there's not glue at the top, if I have to shift it just a little bit, I still have that wiggle room. So you're going to see me put more glue on the top and the sides once I'm sure that I have it lined up. Then we will do the little frame pieces. We'll do the red frame first, and again I'll just put glue at the bottom, and then I'll put it on the card and I'll kind of stack it and tap it again just to make sure it's all lined up. And when I'm confident that it is, then I will put glue at the top and then again along the sides, and make sure that that's all glued down. I really do love this glue, but like I said, it doesn't always give you a ton of wiggle room with large areas. Now this brown craft layer is going to kind of be inset, and so you just have to, get it on there and make sure your spacing is good all the way around. Remember, this is crafting. It's not that serious. It's supposed to be fun. So if it's not perfect, that is okay. That's the beauty, I think, of handmade items. They are not perfect because they're made by you, not a machine. Okay, now I'll just go ahead and get that little frame piece glued on all the way around. Pushing my iPad stand out of the way there. I'm a little bit of a mess today. Okay, so I've got that all put together, and I'm going to set that aside, and now I'm going to work on the lion mane. I designed this a couple different ways, and I think this is what I ended up with, and I think this is the easiest way for the user to put together. Hopefully I'm right. So this white piece I'm going to use is just kind of a template. I'm not actually going to use it on the card. You can if you want, but I think it works best just to use it to just get these pieces lined up correctly. And I pick up the green, and then I decide that I want to go the other way around the card, so I put that to the side, and I should have just cut that out of this video, but I didn't. So here we go. Okay, so we've got that turquoise color, and I make sure I've got my blue going the right way, and I put some glue just on that center circle part of it, not on the outside. And I will glue that down. I will get that lined up as best I can, make sure it's lined up on both ends. This actually goes together fairly quickly. First way I designed it was just all the little pieces, and it was hard to get them to line up. So I think this way is definitely better. Okay, so here we're moving on here. And if it shifts off your template, just get it lined up, and then just keep going color by color. I also think doing it this way gives it the card really nice dimension in the end, which I always like in a card. It just adds a lot of interest. We're going to do the orange layer. And again, just put glue right there on the circle and get that lined up. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then we are back to that green letter that I messed with in the beginning, and we will be done with the lion's mane. I love rainbows and rainbow colors, so this card was really fun for me to design. And didn't get that last piece on. Of course, it's the last piece that causes me problems. All right, so we've got that stuck down, and then I pull it off the template, and you can see how you don't really need to glue it on the template. I really love the way that looks. Now we're going to move on to the lion's face, and I'm just going to overlap the yellow face over the black to create the eyes and nose and mouth and get that lined up. And then we will move on to the orange triangle that forms his nose, gives it a little more interest and dimension and more looking like a lion. I'm going to use my little tweezers here to apply these little pieces that makes it a little bit easier, and we'll get that down and in place there. I love how that looks, so cute. And then we will move on to his little pink cheeks. I don't give you a little cutout on where the cheeks go, just kind of place them on either side. You can do it exactly as I do it, or if you can kind of change the expression if you move them in closer or put them out wider, however you want to do it. This is your card, your project. And by the way, if you did purchase this card from me and you're here putting it together, thank you so much for supporting my art. I really appreciate it. And then finally we're going to do the ears. Now I tend to lose little pieces like this, so I just took a little piece of painter's tape that had almost lost its stick and put those little ear pieces on that so I would not lose them and have to recut them, which happens to me more than I'd like to admit. All right, and you could leave the inside of the ears off if you didn't want to fiddle with those small pieces. I do think it adds a lot and it's really cute, but I think it's also cute without it. So we're going to set this little guy aside, and we're going to work on the sentiment, weeding the sentiment. I'm just going to remove that negative part of the sentiment, the vinyl, away, and then we will weed all the letters that have the center parts, the A's and the D's and the B's, and get those off. And then we'll use a piece of transfer tape to get that onto the card. So I think this card obviously would be really nice for a child's birthday, but I think you could also definitely use it for an adult. I would love to receive this card. It's so colorful. So now we're going to do the transfer tape. Actually, that B kind of moved on me, so I'm going to get it back straight. And once I have it where I want it, then I will use the transfer tape, and then we will use that to get the sentiment put at the bottom frame of this card. I think this font worked really well with the whole lion theme. Really happy with how this turned out. So we're just going to kind of burnish that on both sides, and then hopefully all the letters come off. And look at this, I got lucky. They all came off in one try. Now we're going to get that on the card. Hopefully I get this back into frame. Ooh, I did. That doesn't always happen. All right, we're going to put this at the bottom of the card, and then we'll just use the little burnisher scraper. What is this thing called? I don't know. I don't know what it's officially called. But we'll get that transfer tape, and I try to be gentle because I have pulled up cardstock before, which is no big deal, but we don't really want that to happen. Okay, so our sentiment is there. Now we're gonna glue the mane down, and again, I don't give you a cutout or a place where it's supposed to go. You can see how the mane is more of an oval, so you want that oval to kind of run up and down. And so I think I end up shifting it just a little bit, and I'm just going to put glue in the center. I'm not going to glue all those pieces because they're, you know, multiple layers. So I'm going to kind of get that oval kind of running up and down. You can see me kind of shift it so it's like the pink at the top is really in the center. And but again, you do it how you want to do it. And then we're just going to glue his little face right on the center there. You could put him on there with pop dots, foam adhesive, but I think there's so much dimension in this card, you don't necessarily need it. And that's it, it's done. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please reach out. And again, this card's available at my website or the Silhouette Design Store. Have a great day.